Hey Pisces, how's it going? It's Jen here, and this is your reading for November. So, when we move into November, we're in the sign of Scorpio, and on the 22nd, we move into the fire sign of Sagittarius. On November 3rd, Mercury goes direct in Libra. On the 12th, we have the new moon in Scorpio. On the 14th, Mars goes direct into Aries, its sign of Aries, so will be a lot of forward movement. The 21st, Venus goes into Scorpio, so that could be some intense, and I'm not saying it's negative. It could be very, very positive energy in your romantic life. And on the 30th, we have the full moon in Gemini. So this just came up for me. You could be struggling, or not to say struggling. You could be really contemplating two opposing desires, wants, needs, opinions, ideas, thoughts, something that needs to be reconciled. So at the bottom of the deck is this Knight of Cups. So this is an offer coming in. That's usually a romantic offer. It elicits a positive emotional response. This could be someone coming in and assisting you and helping you out in any area of your life. Someone supporting you in the background. There could be an offer that we'll see if something like the Two of Swords comes up, some sort of decision that needs to be made. The Wheel of Fortune. So the world's turning and burning, the planet just keeps on spinning regardless of what's going on in your life. And learning to stay centered at the center of the wheel, you're not caught up in the ups and downs, and you're able to manage as the chaos is going around. Look, here we go. Here we have the Geminis. This is the card of choice, a decision that needs to be made. Maybe someone's asked you to marry them. Maybe someone wants you to ask them to marry them. Want you to propose. That happens a lot. Oh. So, the Lovers is all about a deep connection, a strong connection, a physical attraction, coming together in a romantic way. But it's also a card of commitment. So it's one thing to get up and say, yeah, I do, at your wedding, yeah, whatever. But it's the choices you make all day long, every day, for the rest of your life when you're in some sort of commitment. And that could be anything, a job, a commitment you make to yourself for better health or whatever. And it's a good way to sort of measure how truly committed you are or someone else is to something by looking at the choices they make. Are they honoring that commitment or not? So we've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers in the setting of the Knight of Cups. So a change in your love life, either way. I think there's going to be a decision that needs to be made that will, spin things in a different direction. We have an earth sign, could be with an earth sign. So someone may want to move in together. You may ask someone to move in together. Eight of Swords. There's some sort of denial. There's some sort of block. There's some sort of elephant in the room. It's really just not wanting to deal with something, not wanting to face something, not wanting to look at something. I almost see this queen is looking at this Ace of Swords with this offer. Look what I have to offer. And it's so peaceful. And this other person, so you may have a strong connection with someone. This, you could be on either side of this equation, but there's some block, and I think it's a mental block to being together. There may be an ultimatum for you guys this month, or either you may be setting it or someone else. Something's hidden. What else? What's with the High Priestess? Four of Pentacles. This is a card of miserly behavior, selfish behavior, having very, very strong boundaries, but not necessarily respecting boundaries. When this card comes up, you need to look at boundaries. So going back to that Lovers, do people respect your boundaries? Do you respect other people's boundaries? Do you need to put up more boundaries? Are they too strong? My favorite depiction of this card's in the Anna Kay Tarot. I'm not trying to see if I have that deck around. And I don't feel like finding it, but the depiction is this guy, and he's over his stuff, his riches, his tangible things. I think he has firewood with him. And there's a wall, and there's a woman and children, and he's bent down over his stuff, huddling down, like protecting it. And his wife and kids are on the other side, cold with nothing. And so it's just an interesting vision of priorities. And again, where are the commitments? What are people truly committed to? You can see it in their action. There's something hidden. So maybe someone's hiding money. Maybe you don't want to share. They don't want to share. There's a lack of true intimacy, potentially. This is using your intuition. You could get a psychic prediction. Someone you could be dealing with in some way, maybe they're very psychic and knows what you're up to, and vice versa. That's interesting. It's almost like there's hidden assets. Someone's hiding assets. Five of Swords, conflict, not being able to come to an agreement. This is also, it's a Three of Swords. No, it's a Five of Swords. It kind of goes with that Four of Pentacles. Very strong boundaries, very, this my way or the highway, drawing a line in the sand, not really up for negotiating, not up for change, staying stuck. Three of Pentacles. This is teamwork. You can't have teamwork with someone who fights and is only concerned about themselves, someone who doesn't want to share, someone who keeps score. Teamwork is about everyone working together, and everyone puts in their own contribution. It's not necessarily the exact same contribution, but they contribute in the way they can. What's this final card? Ace of Wands. So I read reversals, but I read it more in the energy. I don't literally turn them up. I did notice this was upside down. So to me, that means passion is fading. Someone's growing weary. Someone's light is going out. Someone's motivation is going out. So I'm not sure what's going on here. It's to me, there's an ultimatum coming. There's what's the word? Things are coming to a head. And I also see maybe a pretty big fight or um, the end of a relationship. I don't know if it's the complete end because I think it's going to depend. It depends so much on if the people involved are willing to compromise, work together, respect each other, but loosen up a little bit and not be in denial about something. To really see something clearly and be willing to face it and deal with it. I get that someone is very closed off and very damaged and protective and just maybe doesn't realize that it sees it as everyone else doing it to them, but this whole time is them doing it to themselves because maybe they had trauma and they just like they can't share. They don't know. Maybe they grew up in a family where it was everyone for themselves, and um, so I don't know. It's I'm seeing sort of a this is awful. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. It's yeah, there's things are going to come to a head, and a decision needs to be made, and things will turn depending on whether or not the people involved, it could be a group thing, could be a romantic thing, could be a family thing, whether there's a true spirit, a true what do I want to say? Good intentions to truly work together and try, or if someone's just passively aggressive going, okay, 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 with no intention of really doing anything. You have an idea, or they have an idea. Someone there's almost some psychic involvement. Someone knows what's up, and yes, is seeing things clearly. I don't know, maybe you guys will get a tarot reading or a psychic reading or an astrology reading, and figure something, and it will help you figure something out, or maybe go to counseling. I could see counseling here very strongly because I feel like things will come up and be revealed and be brought out for examination, and with a third party, so this might be the third party involved, you will have an unbiased person calling both of you out, right? On not in a negative way, but hey, could you examine this? And what about this? I mean, the counselors are very skilled people. Now, if you or the other person isn't really into it, doesn't really want to share, or is pulling some crap, you may get called out. And I'll tell you, one way to know who it is if one of the people starts attacking. I mean, if you both don't like the counselor, it's not a good fit, and you want to go to someone else, that's one thing. But if someone, it's like that person's against me, that's a red flag that they project and try to put the blame onto other people, right? Because why are they so, I don't know. It's a weird thing I'm getting here. So, okay, Pisces, so that's your reading. Yeah, it's either going to move forward and have life breathed back into it, and be really positive and move forward. It's kind of all or nothing. It's one or the other. It's like that Gemini, the full moon Gemini. It's one way or the other. It's okay. So thanks, Pisces. Take care. Have a great November. Bye.